Hey guys, this is Amit and you are watching Tech Dad. In this video, we are going to compare between Xiaomi 11 Lite 5G NE versus OnePlus Nord 2 5G, and we will discuss which one is better in camera, performance, display, body of the devices, features, communication chips, and about the prices. In the end of the video, I will tell you which one is better according to me. So watch this video till the end. So without wasting any time, let's start the video. Let the comparison start with the camera of the devices. Talking about the rear camera of the devices, 11 Lite have triple camera setup, 64 megapixel wide camera, 8 megapixel ultra wide camera, and 5 megapixel macro camera, whereas Nord 2 comes with triple camera setup, 50 megapixel wide camera, 8 megapixel ultra wide camera, and 2 megapixel macro camera. So the winner here is 11 Lite because it has 64 megapixel wide camera, which can take high resolution of photos. And about the front camera of the devices, 11 Lite have 20 megapixel wide camera, whereas Nord 2 have 32 megapixel wide camera. So the winner here is Nord 2 because it can take high resolution of photos. Let's talk about the camera features of the devices. 11 Lite have dual tone dual LED flash HDR and panorama, whereas Nord 2 have dual LED flash HDR and panorama. So the winner here is 11 Lite. And about the video recording options in the devices, 11 Lite can shoot 4K video max at 30 fps and Full HD video max at 120 fps with gyro electronic stabilization, whereas Nord 2 can shoot 4K video max at 30 fps and Full HD video max at 240 fps with gyro electronic stabilization. So the winner here is Nord 2 because it can shoot Full HD video max at 240 fps. Moving to the performance of the devices, let's start with the operating system of the devices. 11 Lite have Android 11 support. On the other side, Nord 2 also have Android 11 support, so it's a tie. And about the user interface of the devices, 11 Lite have MIUI, whereas Nord 2 have Oxygen OS. So it's a tie because both of the devices have different user interface. So it's up to you which UI you like it or not, it's up to you. Let's talk about the processor of the devices. 11 Lite is powered by Snapdragon 778G based on 6nm processor, whereas Nord 2 is powered by Dimensity 1200 5G based on 6nm processor. So the winner here is Nord 2 because it have faster processing speed. And about the GPU of the devices, 11 Lite is packed with Adreno 642L, whereas Nord 2 is packed with Mali G77. So the winner here is Nord 2 because it can give you more FPS in games. Let's talk about the clock speed of the devices. 11 Lite can clock at 2.4 GHz based on octa-core Kryo chipset, whereas Nord 2 can clock at 3.0 GHz based on octa-core Kryo chipset. So the winner here is Nord 2 because it have faster clock speed. And about the RAM variants in the devices, 11 Lite have 6 and 8 GB of RAM variant, whereas Nord 2 have 6 and 8 GB of RAM variant too. So the winner here is Nord 2 because it have bigger capacity of RAM option. Let's talk about the internal storage of the devices. 11 Lite comes with 128 and 256 GB of storage, whereas Nord 2 have 128 and 256 GB of storage. So the winner here is Nord 2 because it have faster read and write speed. And about the external storage of the devices, 11 Lite have shared card slot, whereas Nord 2 did not have any. So the winner here is 11 Lite. Moving to the display features of the devices, let's start with the display size of the devices. 11 Lite have 6.55 inches of display, whereas Nord 2 have 6.43 inches of display. So the winner here is 11 Lite because it have bigger screen size. And about the screen to body ratio of the devices, 11 Lite have approx 85.3%, whereas Nord 2 have 85.8%. So it's a tie because both of the devices have same ratio. Let's talk about the screen resolution of the devices. 11 Lite comes with Full HD Plus display. On the other side, Nord 2 have Full HD Plus display too. So it's a tie. And about the display type of the devices, 11 Lite have AMOLED display having 90 Hz of refresh rate with HDR10 support, whereas Nord 2 have Fluid AMOLED display having 90 Hz of refresh rate with HDR10 Plus support. So it's a tie because both of the devices have approximately the same display type. Moving to the body features of the devices, let's start with the thickness of the devices. 11 Lite have 6.8 mm of thickness, whereas Nord 2 have 8.3 mm of thickness. So the winner here is 11 Lite because it have slimmer body. Talking about the weight of the devices, 11 Lite comes with 158 grams of weight, whereas Nord 2 have 189 grams of weight. So the winner here is 11 Lite because it have lighter body weight. And about the protective glass of the devices, 11 Lite have Gorilla Glass 5, whereas Nord 2 have Gorilla Glass 5 too. So it's a tie. Let's talk about the build quality of the devices. 11 Lite have plastic back with plastic frame, whereas Nord 2 have glass back with plastic frame. So the winner here is Nord 2 because it have solid build quality. And about the SIM options in the devices, both of the devices have dual nano SIM support, so it's a tie. Moving to some of the most important features of the devices, let's start with the fingerprint scanner of the devices. 11 Lite have side mounted fingerprint scanner. On the other side, Note 2 have under display fingerprint scanner. So the winner here is 11 Lite because it have physical scanner which is faster than under display fingerprint scanner. So the winner here is 11 Lite. And about the sensors in the devices, 11 Lite have accelerometer, gyroscope, proximity and compass, whereas Note 2 have accelerometer, gyroscope, proximity and compass. So it's a tie. Let's talk about the battery capacity of the devices. 11 Lite have 4200 mAh of battery capacity, whereas Note 2 have 4500 mAh of battery capacity. So the winner here is Note 2 because it have bigger battery capacity. Let's talk about the charging speed of the devices. 11 Lite have 33 watts of fast charging, whereas Note 2 have 65 watts of fast charging. So the winner here is Note 2 because it have faster charging speed. Let's talk about the loudspeaker of the devices. 11 Lite comes with dual speakers, whereas Note 2 have stereo speakers. So the winner here is Note 2 because it can produce immersive sound. And about the headphone jack of the devices, 11 Lite did not have any headphone jack, whereas Note 2 also did not have. So it's a tie. Moving to the communication chips in the devices, starting with the WLAN of the devices. Both the devices have Wi-Fi AC, dual band Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi direct and hotspot, but Note 2 have 6th generation of Wi-Fi which provide more coverage area. So clearly the winner here is Note 2. And about the Bluetooth version of the devices, 11 Lite have 5.1 generation of Bluetooth, whereas Note 2 have 5.2 generation of Bluetooth. So in this case, the winner here is Note 2 because it have newer generation of Bluetooth. Let's talk about the positioning chips in the devices. 11 Lite have dual band AGPS, GLONASS, Galileo, BDS and NAVIC, whereas Note 2 have a dual band AGPS, GLONASS, Galileo, BDS and other chips. So the winner here is 11 Lite because it have more chips. And about the USB connectivity of the devices, 11 Lite comes with 2nd gen of Type-C connector with OTG support, whereas Note 2 have 2nd gen of Type-C connector with OTG support. So it's a tie. Moving to the price of the devices. In the international market, price of 11 Lite is around $450, whereas Note 2 is available from $400. In the Indian market, 11 Lite have starting range from 27,000 rupees, whereas Note 2 is available from 28,000 rupees. So the conclusion of the video is, in the camera, the winner here is 11 Lite. In the performance, the winner here is Note 2. In the display, it's a tie. In the body segment, the winner here is 11 Lite. In the features of the device, it's a tie. In the communication chips, it's a tie. And about the prices, the winner here is Note 2. So the decision is totally yours. Which device you like the most so far, and let me know in the comment below. What do you think, which device is better for you? So thank you guys for watching this video. If you like our content, please like our video, share this video and subscribe to our channel. Comment what you thought in the comment below. If you're watching this video on Facebook, please like our page TechDad. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, here's my Instagram ID on the screen. This is Amit and I will see you guys in the next one. Till then, bye.